Americans, your spouse having a British accent could be a marriage saver. So one of the places that I get the most requests from in terms of being added to the pool are people from the UK. And no, we have not expanded to the UK. And we have that bottleneck of doing kickoff meetings with every individual that we're adding to the pool. So I don't think we're going to be expanding to the UK anytime soon. All of this has just reminded me of the fact that a British accent is perceived by Americans a lot of times as kind of non-threatening. And that can really help out a marriage when it comes to an American Muslim marrying a Muslim with a British accent from the UK. I'm sure most of you guys have heard about the Gottmans, the couple who's like the expert in marriages. They were able to predict divorce with like over a 90% accuracy just by watching the couple have a argument for a few minutes. So one of the things the Gottmans found famously was what they called the harsh startup, which was the fact that the tone and emotional delivery of the first few words in an argument would be a pretty solid indicator of success or failure when it came to a marriage. And psychology has verified the fact that people don't just respond to words, they're responding to the tone that those words are said with. And sometimes you could say the exact same word in two different tones and it will have a completely different effect. So what I'm getting to is the fact that most Americans perceive the British accent as kind of a sophisticated and non-threatening tone. If you're an American and you've married a person who has a British accent, basically it is almost impossible for them to have a harsh startup because the overall emotional tone that you're getting from them because of their accent, because of what you've associated their accent with, you just don't feel it to be harsh. Also, it's very difficult for you to project your own complexes onto their tone because you're not used to that accent. It doesn't remind you, or it doesn't kind of bring up those associations that you might have had in early childhood with your parents or siblings or other bad experiences that you may have had. Generally, if you like the accent of a person, that's no small thing because the accent is very related to the emotional tone, and the emotional tone makes all the difference.